Good morning, everybody. I did a quick video this morning. Gotta go through a few things that I've run across. I think I told y'all last time, and in the last video about the guy Josh. The Bible teaching guy, and real quick, I'll share a quick video of his, just a little bit of it. We're not gonna go through it all, but we are gonna listen to a little bit. This is a pretty good video on the timeline. You know, did I mess up my screen share? No, should be okay. I think. What did I do? Let's see. Did I do it
God
right?
bless you. Thank you for coming to this Patreon here on Sons of God Ministries.
I got no audio. Oh, jeez. Stop it, dogs. Dogs. Okay. Well, maybe I'm not going to share that just right away. I don't know. I didn't have any audio. That was weird. But one of the things that he did a study on, and I've talked about a little bit before, but for 2 to 3 years, Alan and the group are preterist, and I still am. I'm a preterist. I believe that the all of this has already happened, right? And so, what do you do with that kind of stuff? You know, the teachings we got forever was totally opposite. We were told, you know, hey, it's been a long time coming. We've been waiting. And he's coming. We can bake with you guys, as usual. But that's all we ever heard. You know, be ready. He's coming. And a lot of us start going, wait a minute. You know, first off, that don't make no sense. Hang on, Louie. I'll let you. You know, first thing doesn't make no sense that 2,000 years Jesus told the disciples, he told the crowds, you know, hand to the plow, time is near. Told his disciples. You know, so this guy does really good Bible studies on all of that. But one of the things that I'd seen was Genesis 1 and 2. I always, you know, there's 2 different things going on here, 2 completely different things. And I didn't know. I thought my idea was that Genesis 1 was the creation of the Nephilim. Because go read them, man, if you hadn't read them. Genesis 1 He makes man and woman, male and female, sends them out for dominion. No Garden of Eden, no tree of life, no fall. And then you get over to Genesis 2, and it's totally different. Not created in God's image, created from dirt. Tempted in the garden, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And just totally different stories. And forever we've been told, no, it's the same story. He just, is in a different mood when he rewrote it. Kind of stupid stuff. And some Bibles I've even seen, and above Genesis 2 in parentheses says, this is a retelling of Genesis 1. Which if you retelling Genesis 1, you're a terrible storyteller because she didn't even get close to any of it. So this guy does a real good Bible study on that. And he's kind of, I really hadn't heard a firm analysis on where we are right now. I'm still watching some of his videos, but the other day I was watching one and just quickly hit on, we're in the short season. but the way things are going and have been going in the last 100+ years, I mean, it is just it's exactly what the devil would do on his freeing, and allowed to deceive the nations once more, because there's no denying that he's amongst us. And I think I said it on the last one, but you gotta watch the movie Nefarious. That was just that was a good movie. As a Christian, it does a great job of pointing out all the different ways at the devil and his ilk work. Just showing that, hey, you remember this? That was me. That was the devil. Remember that? Yeah. And with these, it really shows that without any kind of faith, without any kind of understanding. Well, I just had 2 people drop off, 2 people watching, 2 people went, fuck that, and left. Okay. I don't draw big crowds anyway. But it really shows the contrast with atheists and how they push the devil's agenda, really, because they won't take a stand, because they're like, whatever. The whole of the law is thy will, they're like, I didn't say nothing to you, you don't say nothing to me. And so it really shows how those people who are non-committal or in the middle really drive the devil's agenda, because there's no talking to them. I've seen all the atheists, Richard Dawkins, all those people debating, then they will debate a Christian, to the death almost over their demonic ideologies. Christians, I don't know why, too many times when you see those debates, a lot of times the Christians, because they're not assertive, because they're not, domineering, the crowds I've seen kind of, cheer in favor of the atheist because they're bombastic. They throw out a lot of hyperbole, and they throw out a bunch of what ifs and stuff, and they never have anything really sound. They just throw out a bunch of smoke and mirrors. That's the devil. He can't create anything. He can only mock and mimic and use different parts and put together to make something that it's not. It's like he does on this Bible study about Genesis 1 and 2, and in 2 where man is made from the earth, and it's is it symbolism for their product of Yahweh, because the serpent was made to excuse me. Hello? Who's up? Morning, dear.
Morning, honey.
I'm doing a live stream
Oh,
real quick.
sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
Not your fault.
Where's Seven?
She was in there with you. I let her in there with you.
Oh.
Up and at 'em, are we? No. Go back and watch those videos. Those are one of the best things that God does is he's able to go Old to New Testaments and show the correlations of when they were talking about this. Here's where it happened. And that was real impressive. That's really good. Because so many of the things that we're told and were theologized to is that, in the Old Testament, this means this. And, they prophesy the future. But very rarely, hardly never, do they go. Oh, sorry. Right?
What?
Good morning.
Morning.
Wait, open those eyes. So distracting. But what they don't do well is go, okay, they talked about it here, and here's where it's manifest. They just kind of dance around them and go, see? But there's so much more to it. And if it wasn't for guys like him, that man, they do the deep dive. He was talking the other day in a video where he's writing a book about it all. And like he says, he's no prophet, but it does take somebody with that kind of brain power to do the correlations, to go back and do the original Greek and Hebrew and do the etymologies. And he's read all the other writings of those people, you name it. If it's to do with theology and the Bible and stuff like that, this dude he's read it. I'm impressed. I've seen a lot of Bible studies, but nothing like this guy's. He has live streams, and non-believers or haters will come on, and they try their old tactics, about if God is love, why does he let kids die? And one of the things that always stumped me too, and one of the things that I realized in his Bible studies is the Father, El, he doesn't do that. That's Yahweh, lesser God, that does that. Yahweh, the lesser God, is a bloodthirsty God. He needs a sacrifice. El, the Father, only needs obedience. That's one of the things you never ever see a preacher do is go, look, in the Old Testament, you know, that God required sacrifice. God in the New Testament, the Father, only obedience. And he doesn't tempt. He will leave his 99 for the one. Yahweh won't do that. Yahweh sacrifices. He'll sacrifice the tens of thousands, for their obedience and for their sacrifice. It's crazy when you see it. When the veil was lifted and I started seeing that, I was just like, wow, that's crazy. But yeah, you got it. You got to watch Nefarious. And you got to go check out his YouTube channel. And it's some deep good Bible study. It's one of the few that I've ever done that, I'm not stopping at halfway between and I'll come back later. This is boring. No, this guy does a good job. But when he has his atheists on, he lays the wood to them, man. They always come up with their crap. And he goes right to the Bible. Where in the Bible does it say that? That's the one I always love. The non-believers go, yeah, well, the Bible says where? Where does it say that? That's not true. It does not say that. But check that stuff out. Pretty good stuff. But I got a haircut yesterday. See that? Got a haircut. We're in weird times. There's a lot of live streams down at the border, and they tell a whole different story than the mainstream media, and that's wow. Especially the convoy went right down I-10 about 3 miles from here, and I watched some live streaming of it. I was like, hey, there's exit 873. Hey, that goes to my house. That goes to Flying J. Like a kid. Ooh. But we're not being told the truth. I saw yesterday, boom, 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 battle at the border, Texas versus Biden. Dun, dun, dun. And it's not like that at all. Karine Jean Gouffier says they've got to get out of the way and let the Border Patrol do their job. Nobody's stopping them from doing their job. They're still paroling the fence line. They're loving it. They ain't having to encounter nobody. I think a few are going all the way down. It's like 2 miles, and they're going down and coming around that way. But that's just Border Patrol should be sitting there and arresting them, right? Well, there you go. Texas is arresting them, processing them, and deporting them. End of story. Governor Abbott, it's already federal law, but I think he did a executive order saying, anybody caught illegally in the state of Texas will be deported. End of story. And that's what's so crazy. The left is up. Oh, these poor people. They're escaping poverty and persecution. Okay, well, you made it to Mexico. You're no longer being persecuted. Go to the main entrance. You go in, there'll be a desk. They habla español. They'll give you all the paperwork. You go back home. We'll call you. And Mayorkas that sorry dog. He started a whole new thing. Think about this. And this is the way the progressives think. He changed the policy up. And he came up with a new thing about parole. So everybody knows what parole is, right? You do something, you get arrested, you get tried, you get convicted, you do time. And if you do enough time and you're nice, they'll let you out, which is called parole. This guy came up with the reverse system where we catch you, you broke the law, we parole you, and then maybe in the future we'll try you. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. They give you a cell phone, give you a debit card, give you a plane or a bus ticket, wherever you want to go. That's crazy. Think about that. When's the first Border Patrol? And they're sitting there in the meeting and they go, okay, fellas, going forward, you've all got a new sheet in front of you. That's a new policy. New policy says, when you encounter an illegal, you will read them their rights, their Bill of Rights, like they were a citizen. You'll bring them here. We'll make them comfortable. We'll ask them where they want to go. We'll process their paperwork. We'll get them a phone. We'll get them some money, and we'll get them where they want to go. And did any Border Patrol raise his hand and go, Chief, why would we do that? Why aren't we just processing them for deportation like always? We know every one of them ain't here for asylum. Why are we all of a sudden giving every one of them asylum? Follow orders, son. Don't ask questions. Okay. That's obvious. I mean, it may not have been exactly like that, but that's basically what happened. And all those Border Patrol agents went, okay, well, we'll let them go. We're not going to chase anybody. Don't waste the gas. We're in it's tough times. Don't waste the gas and chase them. Definitely don't even take bullets with you because we ain't shooting nobody. And be nice. Be nice. No, we're not going to handcuff nobody. No, we're not going to do that. I saw a deal. Congress over their impeachment with Mayorkas. And I think, don't quote me on this, but I think the number of detention beds that they had when he came in was around 75,000. He, over the last 3 years, has reduced that down to 25,000. So when you have an influx like that, they get to throw their hands up and go, we got no room. We got no facilities. We need more money. Until we get more money, what are we supposed to do? So we came up with this parole system, which is very humane. We do it the humane way. And it's like, talk about freaking sabotage of the whole system in itself. Wow. That's crazy. And everybody just let them do it. Nobody went, wow. Hang on, I need to get Kathy's coffee. Hold on.
I was about to say the service in this establishment has gone to hell.
I'm coming.
Where's Lewis?
He's outside in the front yard.
Hi, Diesel.
I'm still live streaming and just got to get your coffee.
7 is under the covers.
Yes.
Al.
Alright, there you go. Did you hear her smart ass? Service in this place is falling off. What? But yeah, don't believe mainstream media. Mainstream media just keeps saying Texas is defying the Supreme Court order. It's the law. They keep saying that. It's the law. Most people don't even realize. Basically, all it says is if the federal government shows up and goes, we're removing this section of wire, Texas is supposed to go, okay. They remove it. See, fellas, Texas pulls up the truck and puts some wire back. Send them a bill for your wire. That's what I say. Send them a bill. But that's pretty amazing if you hadn't seen that Shelby Park, where for the last 3 years it's been packed with, I think they said it'll hold 5,000 or more. It's just packed with them. And the Border Patrol pull up and they, take 200 or 300 and go process them. And another truck was coming in with food and water and clothes. That's crazy. That's crazy. I always wondered why we didn't strategically. Well, I know why. We strategically set up fencing in the places they can cross, and in the terrain that they can't, or that's harder. Set up surveillance. And patrols. I know when we lived out in Alpine, when you start heading to El Paso, about Valentine or so around there, you can see out in the field is a surveillance balloon on a tether. First time we saw it, we're like, what in the world is that? You can see it a long ways off. Yeah.
Hey.
You out of here?
Mm-hmm.
You can see that thing a long ways off. So it's not hard. It's not high tech. Put Mom's creamer back up. Thank you. No, it's not high tech stuff. It's a balloon and a camera. Amateur stuff. But if you just a few things. Trump wanted $4 billion to build the wall. They said, we don't have the money. You are crazy. There's no way. We don't have it. We just don't have it. Can't do it. Flip it through 3 years. Ukraine's in trouble. We need $500 billion for them. Here, take it. Hurry. Get them the money. Their borders are being threatened by Russia. We've got to stop that. Oh, no. Yeah. What?
Where's Baxter?
Baxter?
Yeah.
Probably with Louie.
There's Louie.
Oh, no. He's somewhere. He might be in the backyard. I closed that door. I'll get it.
Yeah, you need to remove the towel.
Back there? I don't know. Oh, since you're in here, I'll tell the story to you and everybody else. Yesterday morning, I let him out on the patio door. I let him out on the patio door in the living room. And he's in the backyard. I just heard him bark.
Huh?
I just heard him. He's in the backyard.
Okay.
But I let him out the patio door in the living room. And they took off. And as they took off, I turned the light on. And there was a rabbit. And that rabbit went this way. And he went across the yard to the fence, turned back up, came across the patio, crossed the concrete, man, and made a turn and went under the shed, and all 4 of them right on his butt, man. That rabbit was moving, and Louie was right on his butt, but he couldn't catch him. Every time I let them out, they just sprint right to the backyard. Squirrels back there, rabbits back there, raccoons, everything. And it's what? Diesel. But yeah, they love chasing. But back to the border thing. Nobody has ever even tried to secure the border. I don't know why, other than cartels or something, you know, because my whole life has been illegals. I'm gonna fix the border. I'm gonna fix this, just like everything else. I'm gonna fix it, and it just progressively gets worse and worse and worse. And they tell us it wouldn't be this bad if we had enough money. We gotta raise some. We gotta raise some money here if you want that border secure. I mean, what are we supposed to do? You ain't giving us no money. True, we do spend $4 million on cocaine addicted mice just to see how much they'll procreate when they're high on cocaine. Yeah, I mean, but that's important work. How are we gonna know how cocaine addicts act if we don't watch mice become cocaine addicts and see how they act? We can't curtail our treatment process without this vital information. And forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, every congressman ever up there, senator ever up there that ever once said, I'm going to cut out wasteful spending is a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar. You can't. No, you're a liar. The whole BS about them cutting out pork spending, pork belly spending. They just gave it a new name like they do everything else. They just put it under appropriations, miscellaneous. Sorry, dogs, man. Sorry.
Did you see him?
What?
Baxter.
No.
Find him.
Would you stop? He's around. Baxter is not going anywhere. Did you look in my room on my
I looked in
bed?
your room. Look in that other kennel.
God. You're such a psychopath about these dogs. They're
What do
fine. They live here. They ain't going anywhere. Where's your buddy at, Louie?
Is he not in that kennel?
Kathy, no, he's not in that kennel. Look what I'm live streaming, and you're freaking out. Jeez. These dogs that go play everywhere, and she freaks out every time. I guess I gotta go find the dog. She can't ever find a dog. Y'all take care. Love y'all. Good discernment. Good vibrations.